everyone, welcome back to Cheese and Turtles. My name's Imogen. In today's video, I'm sharing how to determine whether your social relationships are healthy. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. So, I've made videos before on toxic relationships and red flags in social situations, but I wanted to make a video on how to determine whether your social relationships are healthy, because sometimes it helps to look at it from a more positive viewpoint. So, without further ado, let's get started. And the first thing that I want you to ask yourself is, about any social relationship, how does it make you feel? How do they make you feel? Do they make you feel secure, or do they make you feel anxious? It is a really simple test, and it's one that, you know, a lot of people don't pay attention to. Obviously, we pay attention to how we feel, but I think sometimes we disregard it because it's not as logical as, you know, having a concrete reason to like or dislike someone. So I just want to really tell you to sit with your feelings, okay? How do these relationships make you feel? Do they make you feel happy, content, warm, secure, or do they make you feel uncertain, you know, scared, anxious, okay? The next thing is that I want you to ask yourself, are you always defending yourself? Do you always feel like you have to justify yourself? Or are you always like looking out for people to attack you socially? So are you always in defense mode in these social relationships, in these friendships, in these relationships, whatever they are you always defending yourself, or do you constantly feel defensive? Because if you do, then there's a good chance that there's some reason why your defenses are always up and why you feel unable to relax. Now, it could be that you have anxiety. I speak from experience, but if you constantly feel defensive and there's no sort of like breaks in that, and especially if you only feel defensive around certain people, that can be a red flag, and that's something that you should look into. But on the other hand, if you feel a sense of like warmth, comfort, security, calm, like my close friends, I feel so much peace when I'm around them, and I just feel like so relaxed and like I can totally let my guard down. So if you feel like that, on the other hand, it's a really green flag. So are you always defending yourself? Or do you feel like you're able to let your guard down and really be like relaxed and secure and happy with whoever it is? Do your friends bully you or make you feel bad, or are they your biggest cheerleaders? So I think the litmus test for this is, how do your friends treat you when you are successful? So are they happy for you, or do they try and bring you down? And that has been kind of a wake-up call for me a lot of times, is when I shared a win with someone and they immediately tried to bring me down. And then I share a win with someone else and they start celebrating. They'd be like, yes, fuck yeah, I'm so happy for you. So do your friends bully you and make you feel bad, or are they your biggest cheerleaders? Which one is it? Because it can't be both. And if someone is your cheerleader one second and then bullying you the next, then they're really a bully, because they are, if they were really happy for you, they would treat you well all the time. So, something really to look out for, but it can have a light side as well, because if you see that your friends like lift you up, and obviously you do the same for them, I would hope, and if you don't, why not? If they're your biggest cheerleaders, then those are people that you should hold on to, okay? And if you come to someone with a win and you share it and they're just like jumping for joy and they're like, I'm so happy for you, you know, let's go and celebrate, let's get a cake, let's go out for drinks, you know, let's go for dinner, look at my friend, look what they did, you know, that is the kind of energy that you need in your friendships and relationships. And someone who supports you like that is going to be really, and you know, don't get me wrong, people have different ways of supporting you. Even if someone's really quiet, but you've been friends with them for long enough to tell that they're really happy for you, that's absolutely valid as well. So are they supportive of you, or do they bully you for no reason? Another thing that you need to look out for is how your friends use your vulnerability. So when you're friends with someone, you naturally share a lot of information. You can be quite emotionally vulnerable with them. Do they use that information against you, or do they learn more about you so they can help you? If you're emotionally vulnerable with someone, if you share information, what do they do with that? Do they use it to like mock you, ridicule you, take advantage of you, or do they use that to understand you better, to help you out, to be a better friend to you, to make your life easier? How do they react when you're vulnerable with them? It's really, really important to pay attention to this, because it can go either way, and it is a big test to see whether your social relationships are healthy, is how do people treat you when you're vulnerable with them? Another thing to ask yourself is that would you treat someone else the way your friends treat you? Would you treat yourself that way? And if your friends are terrible to you and they are mean to you and you wouldn't treat another person that way, you wouldn't treat yourself that way, then they shouldn't be treating you that way. But on the other hand, if they are lovely and warm and caring and they just want the best for you and, you know, they learned your favourite drink and they bring it to you when you're sick, or, you know, they see you when you're sad and they invite you out, or they come over and give you a hug, or they bake you cookies, or whatever it is, and you would want to treat yourself that way and you would absolutely treat them that way, and hopefully you do, then they are good people and you should hold on to them. So would you treat someone else the way that your friends treat you? This can be a bad thing, it can be a good thing. Either way, it will help you find out whether your social relationships are healthy. Another thing to ask yourself is being alone better than being with your friends, or do you get the urge to hang out? So I'm an introvert, and this is something that obviously, it affects my social relationships because I tend to prioritize quality over quantity. I have fewer close friends, but those friendships are amazing and I wouldn't exchange them for the world. I really wouldn't. So, and I love being alone. I love being by myself. I am very content in my own company. You know, I will take myself out to dinner. I will go and do a bunch of hobbies by myself. I will travel by myself. Nothing about being alone scares me. I love it. Okay. And nevertheless, I get the urge to see my friends. And these people are so amazing that, you know, I will come out of my house, I will come out of my shell and I'll be like, I want to hang out with you because, you know, being with you and getting to see you is something that adds so much joy to my life. And sometimes, you know, I need a balance, obviously, I need time, alone time, but also I want to be around you. So is being alone better than being with your friends, or do you get the urge to hang out? And finally, what is your gut feeling? I've talked in other videos about the gut feeling, and if you're interested, you can check out my video on how to listen to your gut feeling, because I feel like it's not something that gets talked about enough. So go and check that out if you're interested. But what is your gut feeling? Are these people good to you? Are you also, if you had to, you know, toss a coin and, you know, it's going to come down one way and that's going to tell you the truth, what is it? Okay, what's your gut feeling on whether your social relationships are healthy? If you have 10 seconds, yes or no, what is it? And that answer is probably going to be the right one. So pay attention to your gut feeling. That's how to determine whether your social relationships are healthy. I hope this helped. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that. Give this video a thumbs up. Follow me on Instagram. I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.